Hello everyone. So today is day 28 of my Facebook Live challenge and day 39 of no flour, no sugar. Also, for anybody that is new, you can head on over to my website at www.angiegross.com. You can find out more information about me. If you're interested in the membership, you can sign up right there. And if you're interested in anything else that I have to offer, feel free to check it out. I also want to mention that this Facebook Live is in support of the Erickson Merkel Foundation, so feel free to head on over to their site and show them a little bit of love. What I wanted to talk about today was planning and how planning creates freedom. So a lot of us say, I don't have time to journal, I don't have time to plan, I don't have enough time. And all that is doing is keeping you in this nasty cycle of not having enough time. So if you actually take the time to plan, you create yourself more freedom. And let me give you a couple examples of this. So with food and with planning your food and what you're going to have, you can actually then plan also to have joy eats throughout the week. And for those of you who don't know what a joy eat is, it is a planned and scheduled food that is purely for enjoyment because you like it. And when it's planned 24 hours in advance, you are using your prefrontal cortex of your brain that is the decision maker of the things that you truly want. So when you're making a decision from that place 24 hours in advance, you ultimately are making a decision that you want. A lot of us, when we're feeling anxious, when we're feeling bored, we want to go grab some ice cream, right? A lot of you probably sit down at the end of the night with a bowl of ice cream, a bowl of popcorn, and you eat just because it's the end of the night and you're winding down and you want to celebrate the end of the day and you just want to chill, so you end up eating. And if you make that decision 24 hours in advance, go ahead and by all means do it. So that's where the freedom is in. If you're doing it because that's just your routine, you're going to beat yourself up later because ultimately it's not what you wanted, I say don't do it. Then if you make that decision ahead of time and you want what it is that you're making that decision for, that is where the freedom is. So like, I'm going to tell all of you that I planned myself a joy eat for this evening. Last night I was stressed out because our camper was a mess and we're supposed to go camping this weekend. And I wanted a candy bar instantly. I've already identified that my eating comes from feeling overwhelmed and anxious, which is a lot of us as moms. When we're feeling anxious and we're feeling overwhelmed or feeling stressed out, we want to overeat. And so I told myself last night, I'm not going to eat this because, for one, I'm on day 37, it was yesterday, of not eating any flour or sugar, that because I'm going to plan it 24 hours in advance, I'm going to have it tomorrow at this same time. And if I still want it and I've planned for it and I've used my prefrontal cortex to make that decision, I'm going to have it. And it has created a lot of freedom in my brain around it. So I'm not feeling deprived because I've told myself you can't have this. No, I'm saying if you plan 24 hours in advance, go ahead and have it if you still want it. And so I actually, at this point tonight, don't really feel like I want it. Like, I'm happy doing this challenge. I'm happy going through all the drama that's coming up in my mind to share with all of you. And so I don't know if I'll enjoy that Heath candy bar tonight, but just to show all of you that you can create that freedom. I've also been told, I don't know how many times, that, wow, Angie, you're doing no flour, no sugar. I don't think I can do that. And first of all, I want to say that when you clean up that thought of yours, because all the work that I do has to do with your mindset, when you clean up that thought, I don't think I can do it, that is where you are going to take your weight loss goals to the next level. And once you clean that up, that is where the freedom around food really is. That having that sense of control of your brain and making decisions from a place that you really want to make them from, and not just having your brain run on autopilot, that is true freedom. That is the freedom around food. So if you are thinking, I can't do this, this is going to be hard, for one, you're never going to be able to do it, because how many times have we thought, oh, there's no way? Like for me, before I lost all of my weight, I was thinking all the time, there's no way that this is possible. Like I accepted my weight for what it was, and it was 30 pounds heavier than I am now. And when you're thinking that way from past experiences, because a lot of our thinking comes from a past experience, you're never gonna lose that weight. But if you can start thinking in a new way, like, wow, maybe this is possible, that is where change is gonna happen. So instead of thinking, I could never do that, if you started to think, well, maybe I could do that, I might try it for a day. And then after that day, maybe I'm gonna try it for 2 days, just to see. That is where change happens, is when you start thinking from the future, you start planning, and you start using your prefrontal cortex to make the decisions that you truly want. So if any of you have any questions in regards to this, feel free to drop me a message. Feel free to share this message with other people that may be struggling with being too busy to plan, maybe still thinking from past experiences, would like change in their life, but they're just not seeing it and nothing's working for them. Feel free to share this message with them. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about on a future Facebook Live, feel free to comment that. Feel free to private message me. If you're interested in the membership, anything, feel free to reach out to me. It's the inaction that hurts us. And every little baby step that you take towards action, that's when you get what you want. So I hope you guys all have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.